Friday. Low five. That's right. Mid five. Capture fives.
Double five.
Cross five.
But
cross double. Cross double. All right. No, go low, sucker. All right, there we go. Good Friday morning, everybody.
Good Friday morning, people. On the other side of your electronic devices, this is Paul.
And Corey.
And we are glad that you are here to spend the next 10 to 12 minutes with us on your Friday morning for some motivation.
You said Friday. That
Morning.
means they've made it. Tomorrow's Saturday.
Good
Great.
job, guys.
I'm telling you.
Good job.
Who is not happy it's Friday? Friday is like the best day of the week.
Friday
It
is
marks an end. You're there. Get the
Best day of the
sleepiness
week.
out of your eyes.
getting up out.
And let's just go ahead and let's get things rocking. Paul, how are we going to get things rocking
Well,
today?
we're going to get things rocking with the random fact
Of the day. And the random fact of the day is, go ahead and get it up. A hippopotamus sweat turns red when it's angry. Can you imagine that?
No,
That is crazy.
I'm thinking about it in my mind,
That is crazy.
and it's weird to me.
How? I don't understand. Is it like a chemical reaction? Is there blood in the sweat? Or what is it?
I don't know. That is a random fact. I don't even know how to address it.
It's scientific in nature.
The more you know.
The more you know.
There you
Boom.
go.
That's just crazy, crazy knowledge.
Cool.
So, got the random fact out of the way. Now what's
I don't know how you're going to even
understand.
use that random fact. I mean, just store it somewhere back here for knowledge.
It's worthless knowledge, but that's not always bad knowledge. You can, I mean, it's just cool to know.
It's good to
It's
know.
a good icebreaker conversation. If you're having somebody who you can't really talk to well, and you say, hey, did you know?
You're going to introduce that.
And then, you know, they might find that very interesting. You never know. But,
Yeah, cool.
anywho.
Cool. Hey, we're going to move on. We're going to get on past that train wreck, and we're going to move on to the funny video segment, which today we're switching over again because we're all about switching over and confusing you guys with fun. We're going to switch over to some old school fast food commercials.
Wow.
Yeah, that
is a change.
Yeah,
I'm excited about this.
I've seen these. These are going to take you back. They're funny. So, without further,
But, dude,
let's get them
speaking French up in here. Up.
up.
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box hamburgers.
Have you ever
Jack in the Box restaurants
once.
are having a taco sale.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we don't have any around here.
Hats in the air,
Our
tacos.
delicious
See, man, they
regular
have all
tacos for
different
just
kinds of
89
stuff.
cents.
Hats in the air, tacos.
Yeah. I want
Yes.
to try
Our
some
great big super
Jack in the
tacos
Box. But I
for
think
just
burgers.
99 cents.
Hats in there.
Every time I
Tacos.
I keep thinking
But you better
cheeseburgers.
hurry.
Like, I want a
The
burger.
sale ends
Says
September
hamburger.
26th.
Let's get a burger. I want a taco.
The one I ate at, the manager, his name was like Mickey. He didn't really like his job.
That's crazy. Really?
Yeah, really. Oh, this looks fresh.
I bet Subway.
She looks happy.
Think Subway?
It's been around forever.
Subway. It's got to be Subway.
Look at these. You want some sub? Please eat our subs.
That's crazy.
Look at that. Look at that tiny little piece of bread. That man loves sub.
I'm glad I just ate. Otherwise, I'd be hungry. I was right. Subway.
Foot long sandwiches, Subway.
Subway. Eat fresh.
Open late every night.
Yeah, right.
9 o'clock.
Oh boy.
School bus.
That is an old school bus, man.
Look.
What in the world?
Look at these kids.
Lord, you
No
know
bus
she is
dri-
not that happy. There's no way that a bus driver is that happy all the time. Hardee's.
I've never known kids to wave their hands and run like that.
Oh man, I used to really enjoy Hardee's, man. But back when it was like a little,
Woo!
you know,
That child's happy. That woman's happy. That child's happy. That child's happy. That child's happy.
I haven't had a Hardee's thing around here forever.
Woo!
Boy. And we're back. Okay, so quick question. Let's start this off. Jack in the Box,
Jack in the Box,
Subway,
Subway.
or Hardee's? Which one do you want more right now?
Right this second.
Right this second.
Subway.
Subway. Subway, really, dude?
I mean, yeah.
I'm not trying to badmouth.
What out of the three?
One of these companies are gonna get a hold of this. I'm like, what's your problem with Sub? So I've never had Jack in the Box. Even though I haven't had it, I've heard it's good. I'd like to try it. So
It
I'm gonna
was
say
pretty
Jack.
good. We ate it, and I was wrong. I think I said Kentucky. We ate it down in Baton Rouge when we went there for the Miss Trip a little time back, and the manager didn't really like his job at
Really?
all. Like he was like, whatever, man. Like he just didn't care if anybody.
Blatant with it.
He was blatant. He was
Blatant.
like, whatever, man. Like threw it down.
That's
We
so
were just having one. I was
sad.
like,
He could benefit from this devotion we're about to dish out.
let's send it to him.
How on earth you don't know who he is?
I'll just send it to the Jack in the Box down there. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the D6 devotion for the day.
That's right. So we're gonna pause. You guys take 6 seconds. It's so absurd. Pause it. Take the most amount of time you need to read it, and make sure that you read it. Make sure that you read it, and come back, and we'll hit you with some cool scripture.
Absolutely.
Ready? Get it up. Welcome back, people. We hope that you are awake. We hope that reading has awakened your eyes and gotten the blood flowing to your body, and that you really took time to read that, because the message, as always, is very important. But before we go any further with that, let's go ahead and send it to Paul for some good scripture.
Yeah. Speaking of Paul, we're going to pull from one of Paul's letters to the Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It's a good one.
Oh boy,
Get it up.
I love Corinthians.
1 Corinthians 13 verse 1 says, "If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal." Simple.
It is simple. Aren't all these? Is anything really complicated?
It's crazy. So,
You know.
what he's saying is, if you go around and you do a lot of really good stuff, but you don't love the people that you're doing it for, it's worthless.
Yes, it is. Now that to some people may sound complicated.
It's really not.
If you're not saved, you're not a Christian, you might say, "Well, what? I'm doing all this stuff." Let me just go into the message, and I'm gonna give you something to add to the message. So we've got these group of ladies, and they're sitting there, and they're talking about how they always used to have their dream guy. They have this love list, so to speak, of qualities they liked in men and what they wanted their dream guy to be, essentially. You know, well-toned, dark hair, dark eyes, an animal lover, all these things. Live like within 10 miles of their hometown. All these things, you know, just women are so detailed with what they want. You know, it's just kind of, whoa, yeah, let's roll through that. Anyway, it's just gonna send some
Moving
sparks.
on?
Yeah, moving on. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, and then we're told, you know, and later on in the story, at the end, as always, it spells out what the real message is there's a far better love list described by Paul, which is the love of God. And, you know, as we were talking about yesterday, and I think we've hit on a little bit more prior this week, you know, loving people is just a huge part of being a Christian, and loving them when you didn't feel right to, or just, you know, just loving them in general. But without it being true, without you actually loving someone, you can do the greatest things, and this is where my outlook comes in. Paul said, if you do all these great things but you don't love, you've done nothing. And it's true. Think about it. You can be a billionaire and donate millions of dollars when you're that rich and it doesn't matter to you. Man, here, take $1 million. And if you truly don't care about what you're doing, all you can say is, I donated $1 million, but you probably couldn't name the organization it went to, what the organization did, who you impacted, stuff like that. I'm not saying you have to know all that, but if you're going to give with a full heart, give with compassion and an interest in what you're doing. Same is true with relationships. Like, I think a lot of people are friends with people because they want something out of someone. It's like it's more of a business relationship. Yeah. Shouldn't be that way, guys. I mean, when you love someone, you love them. That means that you're there for them no matter how many times they may have let you down. No matter what they can bring to you or give to you, that's important. You know, we need to do what we're told to do in the Bible, which is love everyone, love our fellow brothers and sisters in Christ. And if they don't know Christ, it is our obligation to go out and make them know Christ, or at least say that we tried. You know, that's where the compassion comes in.
Everything you do, everything we do, needs to come from a place of love and just wanting to show Christ's love through us.
That's right. You need to really try to adopt a selfless mentality. And I promise you guys, even though sometimes it may feel like there's not, the more and more you do this, you get engaged in the Word, and you start trying to do God's work and spread the love and the gospel. There may be times where you feel, and I've said this before, spread thin. There may be times where, but that's just because God is using you and you're getting closer and closer to that plan that He already had predestined for you. That's fine. I promise you, there will be more. There will be time for you. There'll be time for you to enjoy the common, the common pleasantries of whatever it is, your hobbies, just spending time with someone, or having time to just sit on couch and watch TV. All that will be there. It might not be as abundant, but the more and more you grow in Christ, the more you will learn to appreciate those extra things you're doing now that you weren't doing before. The more and more you won't feel so exhausted when you're trying to just get out there and spread God's love and His Word and trying to help others in doing it. So don't worry about that. Just go out there and just keep trucking and love. It'll get easier, I'm telling you. You'll
Cool.
feel better about it.
Friday, it is.
Friday.
It is Friday.
Yoda
So,
over here.
we want to thank D6,
Absolutely. Randall House.
Randall House. If you need your order, right there, call that number down there and they'll get you hooked up. If you're not all about that, I'm going to drop a link down below this video so you can click on it and order your subscription. Let's close it out, man. Let's send them on their weekends.
Go get it. Conquer Friday. Have a great weekend. God bless. We love you.
Love you.